My name is Alicia Dean. I am the founder of the ATX Plus POC Entrepreneurship Program, a program between the city of Austin and several partners in Pakistan, PITB, Superior University, the Institute for Art and Culture. And the goal of the program was to connect entrepreneurs, investors, and creatives in Texas and Pakistan to explore areas of partnership, collaboration with the hope of driving economic growth in our respective ecosystems. So with that framing, I want to talk a little bit about perhaps a challenge to consider how we're approaching investment. And when we're talking about economic growth, we have a tendency to be thinking on the terms of when we're talking about trade, it always seems to kind of rise to the level of looking at trade in terms of billions or hundreds of billions of dollars or tens of millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars, which is very important. I think from a broader trade perspective, those things must be addressed. However, I do think that as our economies continue to grow and change, we become more global and digital and have much more of a tech component. It's important to really talk about how are we investing in the new economy, and how are we investing in trade of the future, which isn't always centered around durable goods. It isn't always centered around multinational corporations. So now let me be clear, I don't have any issues against multinational corporations. There's room for everyone at the table, but there are different places where everyone sits. When we're talking about trade, how can we really support trade and collaboration ecosystem to ecosystem? And really, not only is this beneficial to emerging markets like Pakistan that have a very vibrant tech community, but also have a really vibrant creative community that are looking for opportunities for growth. And how are we able to connect this ecosystem to other ecosystems around the world that have shared verticals? We saw that through our program, where we were able to connect entrepreneurs, investors, and startups. And we had some amazing success stories with startups in Austin, teaming up with startups here in Pakistan, starting entirely new companies, starting out with nothing and now with $1 million in revenue a year. And so if you look at that and you think about what the exponential impact of that would be, what the kind of domino effect would be, it's really stunning if you think about it. It's a policy kind of centered in economic development, but really more from a people to people perspective, and really looking at small to medium enterprise businesses. Once you kind of get down to the people to people level, there's some real magic happening in terms of ecosystem matching and collaboration. And so I would challenge folks to think about how can we invest in that more. If we're investing dollars in trade and growth and business development, look at how we're doing that in terms of how are we connecting ecosystems? How are we connecting local governments? We worked with the government of Punjab. I think we should be looking at how do we do this, particularly with Pakistan and not only other emerging markets, but also more established ecosystems around the world.